In classic 5e fashion, Sharpshooter makes you worse at hitting your targets. Or well, it gives you this option anyways. When you attack, you get the option to take -5 to your attack and +10 to damage, which is often called a power attack. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Welcome to Pack Tactics, where everyone has power attacks, or well, anyways, this is an advanced guide to Great Weapon Master and Sharpshooter. Great Weapon Master, on your turn when you score a critical hit with a melee weapon or reduce a creature to 0 hit points with one, you can make one melee weapon attack as a bonus action. Before you make a melee attack with a heavy weapon that you are proficient with, you can choose to take a -5 penalty to the attack roll. If the attack hits, you add +10 to the attack's damage. So there are two features here really. One is you sometimes get more attacks. The other is you get to choose to power attack. I'll get into power attacks itself a bit later. Let's talk about the sometimes attack. Usually, if you have Great Weapon Master, it's optimal to get Polar Master, or you already have it even. I would actually recommend the latter if you get an extra feat at level 1, meaning Polar Master at level 1, and then Great Weapon Master at level 4. Consistent bonus action attack is strong at those levels. However, if you already have Polar Master, the extra bonus action attack from Great Weapon Master is relatively not as big of a benefit as if you didn't have Polar Master. Though in either case, it is strictly a benefit to your damage, because it does more damage than Polar Master bonus action attack, you know? Now, Sharpshooter. Attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage on your ranged weapon attack rolls. Your ranged weapon attacks ignore half cover and 3/4 cover. Before you make an attack with a ranged weapon that you are proficient with, you can choose to take a -5 penalty to the attack roll. If the attack hits, you add +10 to the attack's damage. This one gets 3 features. Why does the melee one not get 3 features? All of them are good as well. The first one basically more than doubles your range. Take for example a hand crossbow. You can now stay within 30 to 120 foot range. That's great. The second feature is good too. Cover is often given as a counter to ranged martials, and yes, that is correct if it is full cover. But any other form of cover is just gone if you have this feat. Yes, please! If you ever get into a fight with enemies with ranged weapons, they need to deal with attacking with disadvantage and cover, whereas you don't. And lastly, power attack. It's now time to talk about power attack. I'll talk about both feats now because they're kind of similar. The only difference is that you need to make a melee attack with a heavy weapon for Great Weapon Master. And for Sharpshooter, you only need to make an attack with a ranged weapon. Together with the bonus action feats, these two allow martials to start to deal valuable damage for parties. And this is also what I recommend to anyone who wants to play a martial. In most cases, using the power attack feature is usually always the right call, but I cast shield! Against high AC enemies, it's sometimes the right call to not have -5 to hit. To see when this is the case, you can look at the expected value, which is basically what you expect the result to be on average of attacking with and without the power attack feature. Tabletop Builds made a really good article on some of the basics of math in D&D for damage and the like, which I will link in the comments. But I'll kind of go over this quickly because YouTube. We will first have to go and see what the probability is for us to hit normally. Let's look up D20 probabilities table advantage in Google Images. First result, awesome. If we assume a +9 to hit using archery with +4 dexterity using a hand crossbow against a creature with 15 AC, we would need to roll a 6 or higher on the D20 die to hit. We can see that we have a 75% chance to hit for 1d6 + 4 damage. 1d6 + 4 is on average 3 3.5 plus 4 equals 7.5. So that's 0.75 times 7.5 plus 0.05 times 3.5. That equals 5.8 DPR. But Kobold, how do I read this? I don't understand. That 0.75 is that 75%. 7.5 is the damage dice with modifiers. And sometimes we crit, so that's why that plus is right there. And we crit on a 20, so that's 5%. So we write it as 0.05. The last part is crit damage, so there you put in the damage dice alone, no modifiers. If we use power attack, we won't hit as often. We instead need to roll a 11 on the d20, so that means a 50% chance to hit. Now we do 8.92 DPR. That plus 10 is the power attack damage. As you can see, power attacking is worth it right now. It's basically a 3 DPR increase. If we keep going up with AC, we eventually get to 21 AC. Yes, I know, this is very high, where power attacking is no longer worth it. Without power attacking, we need to roll a 12 on the d20, which means we have a 45% chance to hit. That's 3.55 DPR. If we use power attack, we need a 17 on a d20, which means a 20% chance to hit. Now we have 3.53 DPR. That's not a big difference, true, but it does mean we shouldn't use power attack feature for this AC. Obviously 21 AC won't happen too often, but if our weapon did more damage on it, let's say we are using a magical weapon or something, the breaking point where power attack is no longer worth it would be lower. I can't look at every situation though, so I hope you guys now know how to find the breaking point that works for your situation. But Kobold, this is boring. Let's do fun stuff. Oh, okay, fun stuff. This is super duper fun! I've been waiting a long time for this day! This video is sponsored by Kobold Quest, where you get to play as kobolds! That's right! Kobold only campaign! Yippee! It's a short campaign about becoming the Kobold champions with a healthy amount of cheating, backstabbing, and yipping! Yip yip yip! Take part in several interconnected adventures, including a daring heist to rob the gnome stronghold. But Kobold, can you beat up gnomes in this campaign? Absolutely! This campaign provides unique monsters like gnomes and dozens of NPCs like kobolds, magic items, fun encounters, locations, maps, and a trap crafting system for 5e so you can design and set your own trap! Yay! Traps! Lastly, discover the greatest treasure known to kobold kind! Friends? Gator, it's not friendship, but that's sweet though. Well, what is it then? Knave's eye patch. Kobold, these are new and improved kobolds. You're outdated and discontinued. Then I really don't know what it is. But Kobold, you're a kobold. No. I know what it is. It's a spoiler though, so I can't share it. Yeah, right. Anyways, here's the awesome part. Not only is this campaign available to 5e, but it's also compatible with Pathfinder, Pathfinder 2, and OSR. Shoutouts to my Pathfinder viewers. I think you guys are awesome. Yay! Check out the Kobold Quest Kickstarter. Support the bolds, play the bolds, kill the gnomes. We need more fun stuff like this. I can't wait for this to come out. I'm super excited for it. Me too! Anyways, end of video. I hope I earned your subscription. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.